Hello, Libras. So I'm praying for all of you right now during these times of uncertainty and hardship. Um, like right now, it's going to be so important to constantly ask your question. Constantly ask yourself, what is in my control and what is outside of my control, right? So it takes 21 days to form a new habit. Get into the habit of asking yourself, what is in my control and what is out of my control. When you live according to this concept, you will be able to learn how to like shift the focus or shift your perspective on a lot of things, because I hear like worrisome and anxiety. When you give into the pressure of things that are outside of your control, it causes a lot of pain. So you don't need any additional pain than what you are already carrying. And a matter of fact, using this approach will help you take some of the pain and pressure off of you. So it's so good to I use a shifting approach. Once you realize that what happens around you is out of your control, then you can make a list in order to shift the focus from what you can't control. I feel like these are one of those times where you can start using this approach. Like, is this in my control? You're going to say, no, it's not in my control. So what is in my control? And then you can focus on things within your environment. It can make you progress by tackling things that you can do with you. People are outside of your control. You can't control other people. Um, and tragedies that happen in the world is out of your control. You can take precautions and listen to things that will give you tips on how to keep yourself safe, but it's what you can do. Prayer is going to be so helpful at this time. Like, pray. Um because I hear stagnant. Like, a lot of you may feel like you're stagnant. Then I hear walking on eggshells. So whatever that means for whoever feels this way, you feel like you're walking on eggshells. You feel stagnant, and it like to help you, um, to help you take off of like worry and stress. Just always ask yourself, what is in my control? What's out of my control? Write a list for all the things that are in your control. I can organize my drawer. I can throw out things that I don't need. I can finally start this project that I've been, procrastinating. Like, being aware. It takes 21 days again to create a habit. So it's basically like, what have I been obsessing over that is out of my control? What are new habits that I can develop at this time? I can use this time to invest more in my children, because some of you were really, really work focused, and not having that much time to, give to your children. It's a great time for you to connect to your children and your loved ones, um, and to be aware of your thoughts and what you do give your time to. So do you give most of your time to your fears? Do you invest in your fears? If you are an empath like myself, boundaries are going to be so important at this time, because you don't want to indulge in the news too much. You want to indulge in it in a way where you are, where it gives you a level of awareness to keep you and your loved ones safe, but you don't want to overdo it, because then the energy seeps into your soul. And then sometimes you're wondering, where does this extra fear and worry come from? And it's the energy you're pulling in because you're obsessing in things that make you sad. Um, Okay. And I hear weight gain. Some of you feel like you're gaining weight. Or maybe some of you guys just feel like there is a weight on your shoulders. I also hear like a secret obsession. It's going to be important for whoever this is. Like, you have an ex. It says departed. You have an ex that you no longer are with. but you share children together, or there's something to do with finances. There's something to do with children or a child and finances that you still have together. And it's like, although this person I hear a divorce. You could be divorced from this person, or a divorcing proceedings is happening right now. It could just be a breakup if it's not a divorce, like a legal divorce. Be careful of this person, because I hear intimidated, like they're intimidated by your progress. If you left them and you improved your life, they're very pissed about it. And number one, it's like ego. They live on ego and pride. So if you're ever waiting for an apology from this person, you're never going to get it, by the way. Don't you sit there and wait another day. You got to pray about it. You're not going to get an apology. But be careful of this person, because they're a trickster. Because they're no longer with you, they still want to gain control and power over you. And for some of them, they still have it, because they manipulate you in other ways. It could be through money. It could be through how they support the child. Like, they'll use things like that to prey on you in order to still find a way to keep control over you, even though they moved on. Because I see them, they moved on. Whoever this person is, they have a new love interest. And even though they're with this new love interest, they're secretly obsessed with you. I hear links. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's still a link between you and this person that they are able to track or find you or look at you. Or there's something, some type of link that keeps them connected to you. And what they do is they prey on your weakness. You could have been with this person for 10 years, or you could have been with them 10 years ago. 7. Some of you guys have a 7-year-old with this person. But it's like, I hear damage control. Like, you need to get a wrap on this situation, because it's like damage control. You're allowing, I hear obsessive thoughts. Somebody could be obsessing over you, or you could be obsessively replaying things that they have done to you. And it's like, even though you're not with them, you're still with them, because you suffer every day. You keep yourself in bondage and suffering because of this person every day. Like, you won't release the pain. And be careful of that, because if you hold on to the pain, it causes blockages in your life. And the thing about you don't have a successful love life, but they're with someone else. Although they're still chained to you, they can't get their mind off you, even though they're with someone else. But you don't even have love in your life. Like, you seem like, I don't see anybody next to you. Because with them, I literally see them in a bed. But then, like, in their phone, they could be watching your social media, or something they're watching, possibly like from a fake account. They're still watching you. So be aware of that. You might even feel like you're being watched. You might feel like you're paranoid. Like, why do I feel like this person is watching me? You're not losing your mind. They are. But you're giving them too much power. That's the only thing I don't like about this situation. And I'm afraid for you, because it's like wasteful days of life. Like, you're wasting your days of life fretting on them. Like, if you released yourself from them, but they still control you, then technically you're still not released from them. Does that make sense? But be aware. Don't fall into the trap, because they like it. Like, they know when you're scared. They see when you're nervous. They know you. They studied you. They studied you and your behavior patterns. So they know when they're getting underneath your skin, and they're doing this on purpose to keep you stagnant and stuck. Like it makes them feel powerful. So you were tied to a narcissist that still has power over you. That's scary. You can use this time to cut the karmic cords with them. There's meditations. You can even Google it. They show you so many rituals. But at the end of the day, we talk about rituals and stuff, but the real ritual is God. That's the real ritual. Like you praying, like going to God with sincere heart and believing with all your heart and soul that he truly has control, not man. And when I say man, I mean another human. Another human doesn't have control. But if you have a strong belief system, it takes a strong belief system for you to break free from things that your mind is chained to. So if you're saying like, oh, how come I didn't find new love yet? The truth is, new love can't enter because your heart is closed off. And your heart is closed off because you still are tied to the pain of your past and you're truly afraid. But you need to believe. Like you probably, I hear abuser. Whoever you were with was abusive. An abuser, they could have drank a lot or abused drugs and beat you. Conflict, they could have caused a lot of conflict and drama. It just seemed like a really horrible, abusive relationship that you set yourself free from, but you're not free. So you can use this time to heal yourself, like truly heal yourself. And once again, like it doesn't matter how many encouraging things you read or hear. If you won't receive it in your heart and truly believe it with all your heart and soul, nothing's going to happen. Like if you think that your ex is more powerful than God's will, then guess what? It's like you're deeming man more powerful than God. That's not good. I don't know who that was for. I don't know why. Like, let's see what's going on. See? Hope. Hope and wisdom. Wow. What a coincidence, right? This is such a powerful time because a lot of you Libras are intuitive. You're intuitive and you're more powerful than you will give yourself credit. Like this is a big chance and opportunity for you to connect back with the word. Like go back to being prayerful. Go back to being hopeful. Build up your hope and your faith. Use this time to cleanse. You can emotionally cleanse. They have baths. You can use sea salt. Literally, you can get sea salt at the supermarket for $2, and you can soak in sea salt in the water. It will cleanse your emotional pain. You can confess your pains and cry them out to God, and He can heal you. Nature heals you. I know a lot of people are not going to be going outside because of we're quarantined, but if you can find an early time in the morning where that it's not so crowded, you can go for a walk and get air. Like nature heals you. I'm really into holistic healing, by the way. I'll never forget, and not to really go into my story, but I suffered from severe depression a few years ago because I had a miscarriage. And I'll never forget, I went to a therapist and she tried to prescribe me medication. And I remember I wrote it down, the medication that she was telling me about. And then something came over my spirit and this doesn't feel right. So I went online and I looked up holistic ways to heal depression. And let me tell you, it said sunlight, like sunlight. So I prayed a lot and I sat in the sunlight, and within 3 months or 2, because I had, what is it called? Post-traumatic stress, where I would have like nightmares of this miscarriage. But nonetheless, I used like sunlight and I sat by the water and I prayed. and cried and prayed and cried and sat, took walks, bought myself flowers, and I was healed completely within 3 months. Yeah, it was 3 months. So I'm just telling you, like, the power of prayer and nature can truly heal you, but you have to have a strong belief system. You gotta believe. You gotta believe you're so much more deserving of more. You gotta believe that prayer truly works. You have to be a warrior when it comes to the spiritual world, because the world is truly yours. Even for spiritual protection, you can call on Archangel Michael. But the power of prayer and hope in your soul can truly, truly change things. Like, you don't have to be caught in the chains of your past. You can even pray that out. I feel like I'm preaching. Sorry. Okay. Tell me more. Yeah. And this shows partnerships. So let's see. Like, even with partnerships, I don't know if some of you are looking for a new job or finding a way to connect to a new love. Partnerships, like, you could be partnering with people for projects. This is nice. Like, this seems like even someone coming together to do like a community project. Something to help the community. Somebody's resources. Like, somebody's calling and trying to gather people together for resources. Like, you guys are all gonna, like, donations and resources. Someone's coming together to be helpful. Whatever they're doing, it's like to help the community, to like give back, to be resourceful. And this truly makes them happy, like to give or to be a part of something that helps others. Well, God bless you. Whoever. Yeah, this is someone who wants to help the community. It can even, and this brings balance to others, whatever you're going to do. For others of you, this can be needing to have hope, because if you had a break in your connection, like, balance is going to be restored back into your love life. Yeah. Like, you taking control back over your love life, or back over your, I hear finances for some of you. Like, you taking control back and getting balance back into your life after hardship. So if any of you guys are going to be going through a hard time, there's balance that's going to be restored. Like, you're going to take your power back, or, you're going to hold on to faith and hope, and it's going to restore you, like, completely. Like, restoring you. And to me, when I see partnerships too, it's like people partnering with you or helping you. So it's like what looks like a tragedy actually harnesses blessings for you. Like, yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at this. This is material harvest. I just said that. Wow. Right. There's like, because someone was on the verge or thinking that they had to file bankruptcy. I don't know why. Like, even when I was meditating on Libra, I heard the word bankruptcy. Like, you were looking for a lender or someone to give you a loan. You were on the verge of filing for bankruptcy, and somebody's gonna, like, give you that loan that you needed, for whether it's a business or whether it's a home. Like, a loan you're waiting for. Like, lenders, somebody coming to lend you a helping hand in a trying time. It's gonna work in your favor. Yeah. And it's something that could have caused you a lot of mental conflict at a time. You could have been harnessing a lot of pain. Like, you could have strategizing to the point where your brain felt like it was going to burst, like just overly thinking. causing you lots of stress. And I did say that. Let me see. Clarify mental conflict. Yes. Faith. Oh my goodness. The whole beginning of this video was all about faith. Hey, Libras. Hello. What's happening right here is trying to bring you back to your faith. Like like some of you used to have a very strong background when it comes to like faith. Like you could have came from like a very prayerful family, a grandmother that always prayed for the family. You know, you could have always been into the word of God. You could have always been prayerful, and you could have lost your touch with your spiritual world. And this time is calling for you to get back to your faith. And I, like, the whole beginning of this video was about faith. And I was like, who am I talking to? I'm grateful to know that this message is going to hit whoever it's supposed to. Get back to your faith. Get back to the word. Get back to the light, the true source. That's where your blessings is from. And sometimes it's about perspective, right? Sometimes it's not truly about what's happening, but it's how we perceive what's happening. So I hear meddling. Be careful of who you speak to, who you communicate to. Some people could be like bringing more fear into you, or you could just be or meddling. You can have neighbors who are in your business, people who put their 2 cents into your life. Don't allow man to contaminate your life for what is in store for you. Don't allow people to do that. Sometimes it's better even to keep things a secret until you give birth to it. Some of you guys are going through an ascension process spiritually, and you are feeling symptoms of pregnancy. You could be feeling nauseous. You could be crying a lot, really, really emotional. Internally, you probably don't know what's happening to you, but what's happening is that you're ascending, like giving birth. I think this is a time of rebirth for the collective. And faith, it's like ascending, going back to the true source of where all your blessings really are. You know, your spiritual world is truly the strength that you need in order for you to be successful in your physical world. You know? Plants need water to grow. You need the word to grow. It seems so spiritual. I wasn't expecting this. Okay. And you know, just a little bit further, I just want to say something. Do you remember that time in your life when you didn't know how you were going to make it? You didn't know how it was going to happen. You didn't know. Do you remember that time? Remember that time? Lots of fear. A lot of fear. And then God magically blessed you. Things ended up working out in your favor. Remember all those times when you didn't know how it was going to happen, how would it work out, and you could have been mentally conflicted, and God made a way somehow, some way? Hold on to that, because that's going to happen again and again and again and again. You will make it. And just understand that when we go through hard times, it's just meant to build our faith. It's meant to build our strength. It's hard times are used to build character, to build compassion, because you will even have compassion for others because you'll never forget the time that you went through something. It's kind of like, somebody helps you, then you see someone going through something, and because someone helped you, then you help the next person, and we all dragging each other up, helping each other because someone helped us. Sometimes pain will make you more compassionate, and it will give you the ability to help someone else. Of course, boundaries are important. Okay? Okay. Oof. See? Completion. So you're completing a difficult, hard, dark cycle. And I just feel like there's a pause in action, but this time is truly for you to heal. I said it, I'll say it one more time. It takes 21 days to develop a habit. You have 21 days to truly set in motion the things that you've been wanting to. There's no excuses. You have a lot of time on your hands. And once again, I pray that you all are safe and you all are healthy. I pray for your loved ones, and I hope that they're all safe and healthy too at this time. Yeah. A lot of you guys are getting impatient with your journey. You're getting impatient with your path. You want things right now, right now, right now, right now. It's just not the way that the world works. And sometimes a blessing too soon is not a blessing at all. So be careful. Be careful with that. Especially if your heart is not healed. If your heart is not healed yet and you get love, you're not going to even trust it. If you still have a hard time managing money and then you get $1 million, you're not going to know how to manage it. So just know that everything, and then it shows service, just know that everything happens at the right time. Everything is happening at the right time for you. What services? Yeah, services grief. So I don't know if some of you guys could be going to grief counselors, if you guys are going to a therapist because of the grief. I don't know if this is saying, you should, like, there's something online called Better Health where you can literally, like, they have services for therapists. You can text them Better Health. They have an app. So I don't know if some of you guys are receiving help for grief. Maybe you lost a loved one, a parent, a husband, a wife, and a therapist right now. If you've been prolonging your healing because you've just been working, workaholic, you could have been not taking care of your mental wellness or your emotional wellness because you've just been working. And now this is giving you a time to truly, like, heal. So they have Better Health, and it's like you can have, they'll call you, betterhealth.com. Like, they can call you and you can have online therapy through the phone. Okay. Let's see what else. Flirting. Some of you guys are just, you just met someone, or you could be flirting with somebody, a new person, a new potential. Clarify. Yeah. See, this is someone, honestly, I think this is the person I was mentioning in the background. Somebody who's all about control, like a lack of structure, lack of control. And they're still trying to control you behind the scenes. Someone who could be, they can have mental issues. They can be depressed. They feel weak, and they use manipulation in order for them to gain control. Just be mindful of this person, okay? And for others of you, because of what's going on right now, you could be feeling like you're losing control, you're losing sleep. This can be making you depressed because of what's going on, you know, like the mental anguish. Mental anxiety can leave you physically exhausted. So that's why I said it's so imperative right now for you to take care of your mental well-being. At this time, it's very important. All right. See, all these cards are in reversed. Yeah. Clarify the... So that's another thing too. Somebody could be waiting on a job offer. Like someone who, you know, they could have sent out applications to many different jobs. They're wishing, hoping, waiting for something to come through. They're hoping to get good news, and now they could be impatient because of what's going on. They can feel like, you know, if it's not one thing, it's another. Like somebody can really, really be going through like a nervous breakdown or some mental anguish because of the changes. And that's why I said it's so important right now to take care of yourself mentally. Clarify. And this is another thing too. Like there is, somebody's been praying and wishing for like a passionate new beginning, and it's here. But someone is a lack of trust. And I said that. I said a blessing too soon is not a blessing at all. Because if you don't heal, you're not going to trust anything. Like if you still didn't heal the past, even when great things come to you, you're not going to know that it's great. When I see passion, this could be a love offer, you know? It could be a passionate love offer, and you don't know if you can trust it, but it shows a wish. It's something that you've been praying for, you've been waiting for, you've been hoping for, and now it's here, and you don't even trust it. Clarify. Ooh, yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this. This means like you could have had a toxic cycle. You could have had a karmic cycle. Lots of stabbing, lots of betrayals. People could have hurt you so bad that you prayed for something healthy, something passionate, and you have it here. Like it shows this time has come to an end. You could have even just met a Cancer who wants things to move forward with you. There's like a passionate new beginning. You could have met a fire sign that you prayed for, and it's here, but you don't trust it. So if this story resonates with you, I'm gonna continue this on with the extended. Okay, let's see what this passionate new beginning is all about. That's trying to take off, or if there is currently stagnation, this is something that's going to come. And maybe this is why this time is important, because if you get the services, or if you truly invest in your healing, if you use this time now to heal, then when this passionate new beginning that's about to take off comes, you'll trust it. Or for some of you, it could be here already, but you just don't trust it because you think that they're going to be like this person in the past who caused you depression because they just wanted to control. Someone could have caused you lots of depression in the past, so you don't know if you can trust anybody. All right? So I send you so much love and light and healing to all of you Libras.